Many of us who are entrepreneurs are looking at AI kind of like an all or nothing thing. We're looking at it like either I'm not touching it or I'm going all in. I may even become an AI agency or do things that deal with AI on a daily basis. Many of us are instead or in addition to plugging AI into our workflows and creating agents and things of that nature. What I am particularly interested in and have always been is the practical AI. And now I'm looking at it even closer. I'm looking at the behaviors that have changed for me or the things I'm able to do today that I wasn't necessarily able to do a year or two ago. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think it's worth noting. This morning I woke up and I was getting ready and I checked my email and I saw one of the many emails I got was from a customer who had a question. They had been charged something that they weren't supposed to be charged. It was like kind of randomly charged this thing, and they were reaching out to say, why was I charged this? I remembered briefly, and I have a lot of customers, a lot of people, names in my head, but I remembered, I remembered like 3 months ago, we had a conversation like about this. So I went to search for that thread so I could start to get context in order to investigate. As I searched, I saw there's a 17 email thread, 17 email thread. And I went to open it to like look through it and read through it. And I was going to read through all of the emails, but it was taking a long time on my phone to open up. So in those few seconds where it was just not populating, I said to myself, what am I doing? Why am I going to do this method, which is the old method? What did I do instead? I went to ChatGPT. There's a plug where you can connect your ChatGPT to your Gmail if you decide to do so. I feel comfortable doing so. So I've used it in the past. So I did the connector because it's already connected, and I said, look through my Gmail for an email thread with this person from April of 2026 and tell me why, because they also can see the email from today, and tell me why this might have happened. This mistake might have happened. Give me context. I press that button after saying that, and I go to brush my teeth. I'm done brushing my teeth. I look at my phone. It has already answered everything. It says, you said you were going to do this. They said they were going to do this. This is probably what happened on the back end with Stripe, XYZ, dot, dot, dot. Wow. So it was like having an assistant right there just answer it for me with a few steps. So then I said, well, okay, I need to fix this. And the particular project that they were talking about is on Lovable AI, which I love. I know that I've taught many of you how to use Lovable, and it's a pretty sophisticated backend for the project that I have. So I copy the Chat GPT synopsis. I then go over to the project in Lovable. I paste, well, at first I say, ChatGPT went through my Gmail and just told me this. Solve it. Then I paste it what ChatGPT said. It takes a few seconds. It comes back and it says, okay, ChatGPT is right. I looked through what happened on Stripe. This is what happened. This is how I will fix it. Do I have your permission to fix it? And I'm over here putting socks on. And I'm like, yeah, you have my permission to fix it. It fixes it. This all takes maybe 7 minutes total. And only 7 minutes because I wasn't looking at it the whole time. I was doing my thing. And when I was doing this, and this has happened before, I thought to myself, OpenAI, and maybe Claude can do this, maybe Anthropic can do this instead if OpenAI won't, but they're missing out on an opportunity with their promotions, with their commercials. Their commercials shouldn't necessarily be, oh, I'm doing these incredible, crazy things. And I know that probably OpenAI is more likely to do what I'm about to say because they're more on consumer facing. I think they, in addition to what they do today, they should have a commercial where someone is like getting out of bed, typing in a couple things, or talking to OpenAI, talking to ChatGPT, a couple things, goes over, brushes their teeth, puts some stuff together, makes some breakfast. It's handled. Lovable could do this. I've done this so many times building on Lovable where I just tell it what I want and you can queue up instructions. That's just amazing, right? You can have an instruction and then another prompt, all queued up. So I'll go do something. I may watch a video or I may go and, vacuum. And then 15 minutes later, I have an entire website built. 30 minutes after that, all the back end is done. So I think these commercials, I think Lovable or OpenAI, I'm kind of leaning towards Lovable now, actually. I think Lovable should have a commercial series where they're showing people doing like living their life while Lovable builds their business. That I think is cool. I just want you to know about that. Second thing is now we've come, a few hours into the day. I use ChatGPT for something else. Now I have my own Authority X Pro. .com, highly recommend it. You get 24-hour, a 24-hour free trial with it. I'll link to it below. But I use ChatGPT for this, and I said, okay, I got an email. I need you without bias to explain to me what your take on it is. And I know that AI has a lot of problems, and I know that AI will never take the place of humans, and I hope it never, ever, ever does or tries to. But I have to tell you with all honesty, the nuance of the EQ, the emotional quotient of this response was so helpful. And it has done that for me in the past where I'm like, okay, I had this conversation, I said these words, this person has ADHD or this person XYZ, or did I come across a certain way or could I have said that better? Or and I just paste stuff and it's just like, this is what you could have done better. This is what you did a great job of. It was so helpful. I think that nuance is missing too in the conversation when we talk about what AI can do. I'm not saying it should replace therapy or it should replace like just good sense or interaction with humans, but I do think for someone who is neurodivergent, it is super helpful to help them understand how they're coming across to someone else. And I think it's helpful for people who just maybe are just socially awkward. Like, what I said this, why is this person upset with me? It's it's and not just what did you do, but hey, this person said this to me. Is that okay? I don't know if it didn't feel right, but am I seeing it correctly? And I think, always be the last editor, always be the last judgment call, please, because AI has done some really messed up stuff too on that end. But when I think about Kim Carson, who I had on my YouTube a few months ago, where been working with AI for 13 years. We call her the Oprah of AI. When I think about how she uses it to prompt conversation with her elderly mother and to kind of create a bond with her, and how I like to show things to my mother with AI, and she shows me stuff that I haven't seen. I just want to talk a little bit about the positives of AI for a moment. Just a little bit. Now, we don't need data centers messing things up for us. We need to have compliance. We don't need, to be able to just wipe out a nation with AI. Compliance, compliance, compliance. But there's these little things that make me happy and make me impressed, and I wanted to share.